Recording in progress.
That was a different sounding recording in progress, lady. That's not what I'm used to.
Recording in progress. Yeah, it's not, is it?
No.
I'm on
Yours is
my
usually-
iPad. Maybe that makes a difference.
Oh, it's usually happier. That one was more like serious, like down to business.
Recording in progress. To business. To defeat. The Huns. Why are we out of time?
Again. That's what it's like, by the way, living in America right now, sitting around going like, we have to defeat the Huns again? I thought we already defeated the Huns once. Wait, the Huns are right here? Anyway.
We are the Huns?
Yeah. Wait,
when I did Europe's Toughest Mudder on my second of two... Are we the bad guys? On my second of two laps, so I was really pushing hard and I was a bit miserable, and I got to an obstacle and there was a guy there, and if you're listening to this guy, I don't know where my camera is, who was on that obstacle, if you're listening to this, the one who was blasting a rock version of "Let's Get Down to Business to Defeat the Huns," loved it. Everyone, every volunteer should play music, but especially music from the line.
Dude, volunteers make the world go round, don't they? Like,
yeah,
you get a good spirited volunteer, like at World's Toughest Mudder or something. You're just like everybody gravitates.
I've tried doing it. It is hard.
It is.
It is hard.
There are some people who are like into being the volunteer, and that's their whole thing. And I'm like, good for you.
That's their shtick.
Because we need you there. By the way, season 2, episode 6. Now on our bi-weekly schedule, which we found is best for our peace of mind.
We didn't tell anyone we were doing this. We just decided to do it. This is not a good camera angle for me, is it?
I think it's fine. I haven't seen a single thing where it made me go, ah! So that's good.
Yeah, but you're not me and you don't hate me.
Oh, that's a good point. True. I've seen videos of me and been like, why would you post that? I'm looking from a side thing and you could see my whatever this is. And everyone's like, I didn't see that at all.
Jack's taking pictures of me from the side and it's disgusting.
He does that on purpose. Do you remember?
Actually, so I look disgusting from the side. Okay.
No. Oh my gosh. But no, do you remember when we went to the shooting gallery after Worlds and I was taking pictures of you shooting and I was like, tell me about this photo. Do you like it or not? Because it's like, I understand people have angles and go like, don't do that.
Any angle.
Yes. People always take pictures of me, it seems like group pictures when my back is turned. And I'm like, did you mean to just totally get my thin spot right in the center of that photo? Is that what we're going for? The thin spot in the back of my head? Thanks.
That's I have a thin spot right here.
Really?
Actually, it's growing back. It's actually coming back, isn't it?
Mm. By the way, my friend Little Aaron, who I talked about in our last episode.
Hey, Little Aaron.
Incredibly excited. She was like, she sent me a screenshot. She's like, shout out. And I was like, that a girl. But yes, season 2, episode 6. Nothing matters in the world right now. And I'm going to show you why. So pause for intermission.
Pause. Get it? Pause. You'll get it in a second. Okay, taking time. Did they send me daughters? Oh my God!
Look at this! Look at this! Wait, she is so unamused right now.
She's like, Daddy,
like,
I am 9. What are you doing to me?
I am 9. I was asleep on the bed, and now I'm. Well, she's 70 pounds, by the way. And when this is Honey. Ugh. She is my girl.
Hey,
she's
sweetie
9.
pie.
We adopted her almost 2 weeks ago. She doesn't know what cameras are, so she doesn't care. And and she's my baby, and she's sliding. Okay, she wants to go. Okay. Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now she's like, what are we doing? Are we going somewhere? I'm like, not yet.
No, go back to sleep.
We're gonna go poop later. That's what we're gonna do. Well, she's
going
to.
You go pooping.
Oh, hold on. Well, I did that. I should have gotten more coffee. Quick, entertain the troops. I think.
Hey, guess what we forgot to do last episode? Hey, look, what this pen says.
I'm going to talk about obstacle running adventures today too. That's great.
Let's talk about them. Our good friends, Mike and Caitlin.
I will. But before what did we forget to talk about last time? You said, guess we forgot to talk about last time.
Well, we didn't forget to talk about him. We forgot to give him 30 seconds.
No, did we really? I'm pretty sure I put that. No, you know what it is? We didn't prompt it, but I threw it in there anyway.
Oh, I don't watch it after you've edited
Gosh
it.
Darn it. The thing just happened again where Dustin walks behind you and I think it's someone walking behind me. And I just had a little baby heart attack thinking there's an apparition in my house.
Don't have another one of those.
Oh, man.
Is she chomping on you?
She's giving me the hello. You woke me up. So clearly you've got something in mind. Ow. Oh,
you're having a heart attack. Oh. You'll die.
Look at the little babies. Hello, baby. Hello. It's my baby voice. Hello, baby.
That is not scary at all. I can see why children love you.
I don't do that. Get down, babe. He did send me something last week, which is funny because we didn't have a show last week and I just didn't say anything. But I can do it. I can just throw it in there now.
Sure.
Should we do the 30-second Jack Goris worldwide weather update? Take it away, Jack.
Hello, Jack Goris here, reporting with the weather live from Vinnytsia, Ukraine. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the weather. So, the weather, right? Crap. I would say in Dubai there's a Gov game going on, so I would say the weather is over there right now. So I got sent to the wrong location again. Really, I mean the weather here is snowing, so but I don't think that's what's happening in Dubai right now. So blame my boss. I don't know what to tell you.
Perfect. I don't even remember what he talked about. I think he's in Ukraine. Oh, he was in Budapest now. But Budapest. He filmed that in Ukraine. He didn't know that.
Always a good idea.
He didn't know the Danube River. I know that.
An idiot. Talking about Ukraine.
Yeah. We haven't talked about anything else yet. So
this is not going to go the way that you think it's going to go. What with everything that's been happening with Ukraine this week. I love TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I have got onto Ukrainian cabaret TikTok. Oh, it's so good. You know Cabaret, the musical?
Yeah, of course.
Ukrainian.
There you go.
It's great.
Remember when TikTok was like allegedly banned in the United States for like 36
for 12 hours,
minutes before the whole thing took over? Well, kids started like downloading that alternative Chinese TikTok.
Red note, and then all the Chinese people were like, hey, welcome, and then everyone was like, yeah, bye.
No, well, some kids, like my daughter, stuck around, and every once in a while she'll just shout out some phrase to me in Chinese. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, oh, I got that from my Chinese TikTok. And I'm like, so, all right.
You know how like everyone, when you say that you're Italian, people are like, oh, I know this in Italian, and it's always like one particular swear phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's me with Chinese.
Oh, you know the bad words.
I know the bad words. I obviously know shishi, which is fine. It's just thank you. But I know one. I know. Oh no, I know two bad phrases. One, I'm not going to say either of them because the people listening that might understand it's very rude. But there's one that sounds very much like the main ingredient in a Bloody Mary. And if you ask a Chinese person, what does this mean? They'll just be like, never found out what it means.
So it sounds like tomato juice?
Yes, but it's more in an English accent, I think. Tomato juice.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you meant vodka or tomato.
Tomato.
So, there's a Chinese word that sounds like tomato? Don't say it, but...
No, I don't know, because you just say to a Chinese person, what does tomato juice mean? And they're like, oh my God.
Oh, interesting. You know, I like that we didn't even pretend that we are going to talk about anything OCR adjacent today, but we are. I actually have a couple things, a couple of announcements, if you will.
Announcements?
From our community. Should I get to those before the people who have already tuned out
I would love
continue to tune out? By the way, I got a tattoo on my kneecap, and it's starting to like do that healy itchy phase. I love it, but it's like, man, it's a weird place to have a tattoo. And did it hurt? Yeah, hurt really
my
bad.
Kneecaps look like old women.
Oh, you should have one of those. You know how there used to be the art where they take apples and the apples get rotten and they look like angry witches? You should get an angry witch tattooed on your knee. So instead of people going like, ew, old lady knees, they go, oh, cute tattoo of an angry witch on your knee. That is not offensive. Do not take offense to that. Is there a better way, by the way, to make sure someone's not offensive, but not saying that's not offensive, so don't take offense?
Listen, you woman.
Smile more, Fran.
You don't take offense, woman.
Smile more. What's wrong with you? Aren't you happy? Be happy. Okay, well, look at us. Look at us. This weekend coming up, the weekend of March 1st and March 2nd. Aside from my birthday, of course, which
you're going to be the grand old age of 41.
Yes, I am. Thank you for recognizing. Everyone seems to think I'm older. Please.
We're like the same age.
Practically. On the insides. You're the same age. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna leave that one alone because I just feel like there was no back. Nope. Nah. March 1st.
How about mentally? Mentally, we're the same age?
Inside and outside? What the hell? I don't know.
Dude, let's not talk about our insides.
No. Let's just stumble my way into this announcements, which is
you always have a spoon in your coffee. And I know it's because it's powdery, but how do you drink a coffee with a spoon in it? Just take it out and put it on a saucer.
I will show you. I grip it like this.
Yeah, I know.
I naturally put my finger right there so it doesn't hit me in the face.
But it looks uncomfortable.
But it's not. Dude, she's wedged her head underneath my knee and she's like, how about now? Are we doing something now? Baby.
You shouldn't have woken her up.
I know.
Anyway, news.
Well, there's a pretty big OCR weekend kickoff this weekend. If you're a Tough Mudder person, the Tough Mudder of this first Tough Mudder of the season, Austin, Texas. Now,
Texas.
Go ahead.
Austin is the state capital of Texas.
Is it really? Yeah, I think that's right.
Austin is the state capital of Texas, isn't it? Yeah, I knew that. Why did you question me?
Because for a split second, I was like,
now. I'm always going to mention.
I've seen you mention it in group chats.
I'm really boring.
No, you're not.
I'm okay with being boring.
What's the capital of Colorado?
Denver.
Okay, there you go. That's one of those ones that's easy, but seems like you go, wait, it's too easy. It can't be.
No, it can't be the city I've actually heard of.
No, it can't be. So yeah, this weekend, Tough Mudder Austin kicks off. I saw people in the World's Toughest Mudder community doing the roll call. And also, the first race of the U.S. National Series is in Jacksonville, Florida. This one is a sprint. But yeah, the Spartan Jacksonville, which I've been to that venue, or I've been to the National Series race in Jacksonville. I'm not sure if it's at the same venue, but I've been there a couple times. And it's Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville's definitely, like much of Florida, it's an acquired area. But, cell service is spotty. But, yeah. So, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're sitting on your couch on a Friday morning listening to this going like, I really want to do an OCR this weekend. Well, my friend.
Pack your bags and get running, buddy.
If you're in the south central part of the country, you could go to Texas. Or if you're in the southeastern part of the country, you can go to Jacksonville. So enjoy that. Have fun.
Excellent. Win
some money, right? At the National Series. Oh, it's cumulative, I guess. But do you get money for that actual event? That single, if you win that sprint, are you making some money? Let me ask the person that has ties to Spartan. Decadot Europe.
I can't know everything. I should know everything.
I feel that way too. Well, anyway, have a good time. Get out there with your friends. Help each other over obstacles.
I spent too much brain power filling it with the state capitals. I can't remember stuff about my job.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's fair.
What's the capital of Louisiana?
It's Baton Rouge. One.
Yeah, Baton Rouge. The red stick. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I said that. I said that loud, and she was like, "I don't like that."
And talking of nothing,
yeah, I got plenty.
Talking of Tough Mudder, and it's starting this weekend. By Friday, I think it'll be like 120 days till World Toughest Mudder. That is mental. We are over halfway.
I did. Fine.
Where are you flying to? Where are you going to fly to?
Well, if I can find it within the budget to go to Manchester, I'll go direct to Manchester.
And then come to me.
Yeah, but I don't know. That seems those, and most of those aren't direct. So I'm landing somewhere, which I don't mind.
We don't really fly direct to many places. We're international, but we don't fly direct to that. We fly direct to Orlando. I just kind of figured you were just going to come here and like live here for 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't even discuss that, but
that's essentially what we're
assumed that was what was happening.
Well, better than me than Jack, but right? Jack's already lived there for a week.
Sorry, I'm just remembering when he last lived here.
The helicopters in the back of those Vietnam memes. Her PTSD kicking in. Speaking of obstacle running adventures, by the way, a lot of that I'm probably going to find a way to not have in there. Okay. Let's talk about flight tickets. If you listen to, in fact, I encourage you to listen to episode 425, which is amazing.
You on it?
425. What's that?
Are you on it?
I'm not on it right now.
Oh, I meant, are you on episode 425?
No, we are on episode 6 of season 2, which is like episode 30 something. Oh, am I on the episode? No, I'm not on it. See, that's how you know I'm genuine right now, because I'm plugging in an episode that I'm not even on.
So why are you plugging it? Who's on it?
Because I thought it was cool that Mike and Caitlin went to the first official DECA Atlas, right?
Woo, woo, woo.
And this has layers. And it was held at the Underdog Fitness.
I was going to talk about this, but you go ahead.
In Wallingford, Connecticut. And why is that worth noting? Because that is the gym that is owned by Kevin Gregory and his wife, Jess. Gregory also Bubbles, also known as the world record holder in the 25 calorie assault, which the more I watch that, I watched the OCR reports. Last night I rewatched the OCR reports coverage of the Ocala, Florida DECA event from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And just watching the elites there just do the, like, it took them, I mean, again, it took them way faster than I could do it, but it seemed like it was taking them a long time if you've watched the Kevin Gregory video, when in reality, you've got Ryan Kent doing it in, I don't know, 45 seconds or something, but which, by the way, 25 calories. But yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out to that episode, because there's layers there. Tell me what you were going to say about episode 425, or about the DECA Atlas event last weekend.
I was going to talk about the DECA Atlas event last weekend, how it was the first Atlas event ever. So yeah, I mean, I found DECA kind of confusing before I got to know it better, because I was like, why are there 3 distances? What do you mean fit, strong? What does this mean? Yeah. And it's super, super simple. It's the same 10 zones with different amounts of running, either non, a mile, or 5K. Super simple. Yes. But now they brought in Atlas. And Atlas has 2 bands. It has foundation or just full. And Atlas is totally different. I mean, they also have Ruck and Ultra, but let's just ignore that for now. Atlas is totally different. And it's kind of more like for those who like weightlifting, for those who like strength, for those who like CrossFit, rather than those who are like super cardio plus strength. And it's really hard.
Yeah. Yes. Evidently, it's not easy.
It's not easy. So we're
having a fitness competition.
We're having our first Atlas event in the UK. It's the first one in Europe. It's happening in the UK on the 12th of April. And Yancey, who's the co-founder of DECA, is coming over. So like, if you get a ticket, you can come and you can meet Yancey. He's going to be head judge. It's going to be super cool. And I'm doing the training for the foundation. So that's the lighter weights. And on the whole, I'm fine with it. There's just one movement I can't do. I have really crappy shoulders, and I stopped weightlifting and putting weight overhead a couple of years ago because my shoulders were crappy.
Yep.
And there's one, which the foundation weight is 2 10K dumbbells overhead, and I can't do it. You're
just doing presses?
I can do a 20 kg bar press, but when it's individual, this arm just
isolates the. I hear it.
7.5K,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Can do it. 10K can't do it. So I'm like, I've got till April to be able to do, and that's the only thing that stops me from doing the full one. Even though I would struggle and I probably wouldn't finish in the half hour, I could try the full one, but I can't do the 2 10K overhead for for the foundation. It's really hard, but it's giving me something to train towards that I've not been focusing on for ages because I'm like, oh, I don't like my arms. It's too hard.
Nice.
So yeah, it's fun. It's really it's different, and
I'll have to look that up.
I guess the running. So
yeah, I didn't really know. I didn't know that it was that different. So I have to look into that more because that sounds like something I would kind of.
It sounds like something you like. Like if you like strength stuff, if you like CrossFit, like it's more of that kind of hybrid than what hybrid fitness currently is.
Although I will say I'm currently on a little bit of a CrossFit hiatus. I do this once a year or so. I take a few, like a month or two, and just kind of don't do CrossFit. I actually ended up seeing a bunch of my CrossFit friends though last weekend for a birthday party, and they were like, "What have you been doing? How's it going? What's blah blah blah?" And one thing I noticed they're like, "What's it like when you're without doing CrossFit for so long?" I'm like, oddly enough, my body feels good. Like my shoulder doesn't bother me. My knee doesn't bother me. And it's like, huh, I forget that part before I take little breaks, that I'm always like, turns out.
I gotta be honest. I'm not a huge CrossFit fan.
Yeah. I can get why people don't like it. If those who don't like, some people don't like it and have never done it, but
I did it years ago. Like 2015, I was doing it. And I kind of enjoyed it. But what I enjoyed more was the lifting. So then after I had my kid and I was recovered, I went and found a weightlifting gym and I just did techers. So
there you go.
Then my arms do deadlifts. Just got, I don't know what happened to my arms. It was nothing to do with exercise, but they hurt so much that I couldn't lift them past parallel. I couldn't go past here without it really hurting. And even that actually kind of hurts. So I stopped going overhead. So I was just cleaning for months and then I got bored of that. So I just started running into the marathon instead.
Except I get my shoulder, my collarbones get all bruisey because when you get tired, you start crashing onto your collarbones. Then this one is all bloaty and inflated compared to the other one. It's really interesting.
So what are you doing instead?
Of what? Actually, I've been chatting with a coach to set me up just on a more strict weightlifting and cardio program. And that coach is someone that we spent the day at Universal with. A little tiny coach.
Oh, a tiny little itty bitty coach.
Tiny little 4'10" coach. So
that's so cute.
Yeah. So Liz Schlegel is drafting me up a program to move forward with. So because if I just don't like being the dude that like rolls into the gym and goes like, what am I gonna do today? Because then so I'm like, I just need to know, tell me what to do every day when I get in there, like, and then I'll just do it. And I'm just like, I'm much better with direction than freelancing.
So I'm kind of that person, but what happens is I roll up to the gym with Dustin and I say to him, you're in charge.
There you go.
And then I just follow him round, but I don't think he ever has a plan.
Well, that's okay. Monkey see, monkey do is a good plan.
Are you until he starts monkeys?
I mean, in that particular instance, I guess I was, but not like literally. I can see how you would take it like that. Is this what it's like living with you? You have to like
hilarious and fun.
Yeah, yes, of course. You have to like be mindful of every phrase you say because someone might go, "What did you mean by that?" Literally nothing. Do you have any OCR news that you would like to talk about before we move on to
pointless things? So I mean, we can talk about this briefly, but neither of us are going to have anything to say because at the weekend it was the Dubai Games, which used to be the Gov Games, and I don't know what that's all about. And that's about
I watched.
There were people.
They took like giant shapes and put them into
t-shirts.
They put the inflatable balls into their t-shirts and then went across an expanse over water like on ropes.
But they won a crap ton of money for it, so cool.
They did. So congrats to Team Montreal and Team Denver, or did they say Boulder? The Colorado guys. Oh, it's just Team Colorado. They went with the state. Okay. So congrats to Team Colorado and Team Montreal for sharing first place. I didn't realize. Okay. I saw one post of this like, oh, Atkins team won. And then it was like, oh, we won too. And I'm like, what, you both won? You tied?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now who came in third? I don't know. But I did check in on it and I kept fast forwarding through the live coverage, just trying to find like when teams that I knew were competing, and I couldn't even find that. So there was great coverage. It was like professionally.
I didn't watch any of it
done,
because I didn't, but the pictures I saw, like I could tell the coverage was going to be incredible because it was a big proper production setup. Yep. I just don't have. I knew loads of people there and people that I really, really liked, but there was nothing drawing me to watching it, which is weird. I think because I don't understand it, because there are so many different categories and the games take place over a couple of days. It would be nice to understand what's going on before I can get invested.
One thing I did like about it is it did seem like, every time like when the Olympics come around and people say things like, I wish during every Olympic event, they just had like one average
normal person
running it so we can get an idea of like how much better these other people actually are. No offense to the people who are competing, by the way, but there were some teams where you're like, how did you qualify for this? Because, you know what I mean? And I feel like, was it you that said we could just like,
it was Jack.
I don't want to out anybody, but someone made a really good comment.
Well, I just outed them.
Hell, we could just have a team. We could just show up and be a team
laugh
and just
ourselves.
Yeah, all day long.
That is the point, isn't it? Because you did have to qualify because Thomas Van Tonder, who I love, flew from South Africa not long after the Metal Games in Kuwait. He went home for like a week, flew back. Well, he flew to Dubai. He's not flying back, but still. To qualify, then went back to South Africa, then came back to Dubai for the games, and then just tripped and broke his wrist before the games even began, so didn't get to take part. But he had to qualify. And yeah, some of them I'm kind of like, do you actually have to qualify?
Do we call him TBT?
I do.
I think we should. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. If he wasn't called that before, that's a solid name.
TBT, yeah.
TBT. All right. So yeah, anyway, so the Dubai games happened and
we should do it and laugh at ourselves. We would be so pathetically awful.
Did you see there was one that I watched and in theory I'm like, this is kind of a neat obstacle, but
going up the go on.
No. The application of it was like, oh, that didn't quite go the way they thought. So basically, you had one dude who was like in a climbing harness, like inside a rig, like a really tall rig, like you'd put a rope climb in or something, right? And he's just standing there. He's got the grundle, or she. They've got the grundle harness on, and they're attached to a rope, and they're just standing there. Their whole team, the remaining 4 members, are underneath this bar that kind of is and it ratchets, and they start doing squats. And every squat rep, when it goes click, click, the person on the rope gets pulled up like 1 notch, click, like 5 inches. Then the team doesn't. Then the whole team doesn't underneath this bar. They do a squat, boop, lift, and they go click, and they do a squat and click. But the rate at which the person climbs
is it comically slow.
Oh my gosh! Because at first they're like, yeah, and then you tune back in like 3 minutes later, and the guy on the screen just kind of like, hey, how do I get down? How long does this take? And the team's like taking a break, like, whoo, and they're down there like,
I'm sorry for the pancakes I ate at breakfast.
I didn't see a single person finish just because I got tired of watching. I was like, this is taking way too long, so I just tuned out. But anyway,
I did see there was some controversy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Did you not? I didn't really understand it entirely.
The way you guys say controversy, by the way. It is so much. It sounds so much more controversial when you say controversy.
You could also say controversy, which is funny because I would say controversial. So you'd think I'd say controversy. What? How do you say it?
Let's go. I don't know.
How do you say
controversial? Controversially.
How do you say it?
I say controversial.
Controversial. No, but how do you say the short version? Controversy.
Controversy?
How do you say that?
Oh, controversy.
Controversy. Shut up.
It took way too long. So at this point, only little Aaron is listening, and I just want to say, Aaron, thank you.
I owe you a muffin.
Thank you. Oh, there you go. Give her a Tunic tea cake.
Yeah, they're delicious. Anyway, yeah, tonic.
Like tonic, but different.
So the team, I'm guessing maybe it was Team Copenhagen. Mm-hmm. didn't get some points awarded that they were supposed to get, which meant they didn't make it through to the final.
Oh, I can think of somebody who probably wasn't happy about that.
Oh, Correctamundo. Correctamundo.
So, Fran, now, of course, it's been a couple weeks since these games happened, but you and I, we did some more Premier League predictions. And
we did.
Now I have the games and I have who I chose. I'm just going to assume you'll remember who you chose.
No, it was 2 weeks ago. I also came up with scores. I thought you were writing mine down. I thought you loved me. Right, tell me who and I'll look at the scores.
Shh. I know the winners now. I looked that up.
Shh. Oh, go for it.
Why would you shush me?
Because I love you. I don't know.
So, okay, this is our segment on Premier League predictions. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hey, dude, could this show get any slower? Brighton.
We give up so much of our time to do so badly.
We really do. That's admirable, I think, though.
I think so too.
Thank you. Thank you. Brighton versus Chelsea. Do you remember who you would have taken? Oh, you have the scores, though.
I would have
kind of.
No, I don't know. I've not looked it up. I would have gone Chelsea, probably 2-1.
Yeah, I took Brighton, and Chelsea was victorious.
What was the score?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't write the score down. I didn't know we were keeping track of points. I didn't know we were doing goals for and goals against. That's a stat that they track. Then there was Leicester City versus Arsenal. I guess you'd call it Leicester City v Arsenal.
Leicester City.
It's not Leicester?
It's Leicester.
L-E-I. Over here, it would be Leicester City. Leicester City v Arsenal. I took Arsenal. You would have taken.
Oh, we did. Arsenal. We had a whole conversation about Leicester City.
We did.
Take Leicester City.
I'm positive. I'm positive I didn't take Leicester City.
Okay.
And Arsenal was victorious. So
not a surprise.
I win. Then there was Southampton and Bournemouth. Did I say those right?
Mm-hmm.
I took Southampton, and they lost.
Okay.
Boo.
Boo.
And then there was West Ham v Brentford, and I took West Ham, and they won.
Mm.
This was normally a pretty fun segment, and somehow it doesn't seem fun this time.
It doesn't, does it?
No. I think it ran its course. We got to come up with something. Got to come up with something new. Look at us being self-aware.
Was it due to the fact that I was just staring off into the distance?
Yeah, it's better when you read the. I shouldn't narrate that segment because you do it way better. Way better. I didn't even look up games for this week, so.
Well, it's more fun, I guess, when you're telling me who you voted for, and then I'm telling you the result, and you're like, "Yay!" Otherwise, you're just like, "And the weather forecast for today is southwesterly, 4 knots." It's like the shipping forecast. That's what it's like.
Well, then we'll have to change that for now. Oh, whoa.
What, dude?
My dog, a little gassy. That might be her protest. She's like, "Are we gonna go out? Not yet. Well, it's pretty nasty in here, isn't it? Shouldn't we go outside now?" But not quite yet. Do you have scores or do you have games for me to predict for the coming weeks?
Nah, because that ran its course.
All right, we'll have to come up with something different. How do I have 8 text messages? Oh,
it's me saying.
Oh, you know what? I don't. It's just I don't have my glasses on, and I only have 2, and that 2 looks like an 8. I have one thought on things. Do you have any thoughts on things?
Well, no, you do? I have. It's thoughts on things is random questions, right? Which is just my favorite part of the whole thing. I think the whole thing should just be thoughts on things with a little bit of world's toughest murder news.
I mean, that's a winning formula. Those are probably our best episodes, but we pretend to do the Spartan and Deca thing because, it's good for your...
Pretend?
I mean, well, kind of...
Okay, thoughts on things.
Thoughts on things. Now, this is a question you may have heard before. I just looked it up, or I saw it written somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's a cool question. And then I Googled it just to see, and all of a sudden, there's like 97 different sites that... It's one of those like, ooh, kind of makes you think question.
Gotta make Fran think.
In the world, this big, beautiful world that people are trying to destroy, are there more doors or wheels in the entire world? Are there more doors or wheels, do you think?
So not every household owns a car.
Uh-huh.
We'll just start on cars.
But every household. Oh.
Not every household owns a car, but every car has 4 wheels, at least.
And doors.
We'll get to the doors. I'm reasoning. Not every household owns a car, but every car that exists that a household has does have 4 wheels. Some have 6 wheels in the States. Some households own bikes, which have 2 wheels.
They do.
Knowing how many tires are sold, which is a lot, more wheels than doors.
Wow. See, I would say the opposite. Because I would say, and I don't know, again, neither we can just, I'm not going to debate it with you because whatever.
Is there not an answer?
No, there's not an answer. There's only just people speculating. There might be a real answer, but I didn't go that far into it. I think there's way more like houses in the world than there are cars.
No, I don't think so, because there's not just cars. There's also buses. Trains have wheels. Yes. Lorries have multiple wheels.
And those all have doors on them too.
Thousands.
I'm just saying. You know what? We'll have to look it up.
Oh, I was just thinking household doors.
Well, there's households, there's business doors.
I didn't think of doors on cars and trains and buses though.
Yeah. Just literal doors. Doesn't have to be a car door or a house door. That's what I'm saying. Look at us.
Cat door?
Cat door.
Wheels on toys? Toy wheels?
Yeah. Hot Wheels they don't have doors. Actually, those doors are fused shut. They're not even really open. Jason Dupree sending us voice messages in a group chat right now. Does he know we're trying to record right now? Jason Dupree.
He should know this. Jason Dupree.
Dupree.
I have a thought on thing.
Yeah, please, because then we can not do this anymore for the day.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Are you saying you don't want to hang out with me? That's what you were thinking. Yeah. Go ahead.
If you could instantly master any skill or hobby, what would it be? And why?
Do you know the answer for you?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Boy, there's a lot of things that I'm like, I think it'd be fun to try. Like, do I want to be the best at it?
No, not have to be the best. I think just master it for yourself. It's not saying be the best in the world. It's just if there's any skill or hobby that you could be really good at without having to put the work in. That's what I'm saying.
Oh gosh. See, I immediately think of ways of like, what can I monetize?
I don't.
I'm like, I want a secondary income. That's what I want. And how could I do it with something? What could I be talented at? Oh, that's a great. See, you know me being. Oh, actually, you know what it would be? I would love to be an expert at playing the bass guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you learn it?
You know what made me think of it is there's one literally on my wall right here. And I was like, oh yeah, that thing that you were going to learn. And then you took some lessons and then you stopped. And then that's why, because I see a shiny thing over there and I go, oh, I'm going to go do that. And then the bass sits on my wall and collects dust. So,
okay.
Yes, but that would be fun because there's a lot of like when I hear a song that's got like a really tasty bass line in it, I just think, oh my God, that'd be so fun to be able to play that. What was that for?
Tasty bass lines.
Oh, there you go. And then I think about, but instead, then I pick up my bass and I go, doom, 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 and I'm like, fuck. So, shoot. So, how about you? What's your thing?
I mean, my first thought is languages.
Oh, that'd be good.
I think languages.
I'm gonna start learning Russian. I think it's gonna come in handy.
Ruski, da.
Yeah. Just because. Yeah. What are we doing right now?
I was just trying to remember what thank you in Russian is. Forgotten.
There we go. Fran, do you have anything else for us before we
Thank God, no, I don't.
Before we wrap this lovely episode up that you stayed up late for and I got up early for?
Nope.
Well, this was fun.
So much fun.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we do it again in 2 weeks?
Yeah, sure. This is fun.
Okay.
Let's do it again in 2 weeks, I guess.
It works for me.
It works for me, I guess.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate if you listen this far. I don't know why. But you know what though? This is gonna be one of those ones where I go, we're gonna hang up, and I'm gonna go, that was horrible, and then I'll start editing tonight, and I'll laugh and think it wasn't that bad.
I just don't understand why we're getting less funny every episode, though.
Well, you know, even Shohei Ohtani strikes out.
It's just a weird camera angle.
No, it's not a weird camera angle.
Bye.
Goodbye. Stop.